Hello, everyone. Welcome to Game 4 of the World Series between Andy Palomino's team and Ed Hepschner's team. These teams are a result of a recently completed sim auction involving the players from the 1930 Cubs, the 1977 Phillies, 1985 Yankees, 1992 Blue Jays, and the 2002 Angels. Andy's team has won the first two games with late game comebacks, but game 3 was a bit of a lopsided affair with Andy's team winning 14-6 behind more hitting heroics from Hack Wilson, who's had a tremendous series. So the question going into game 4 is, can Ed's team force a game 5, or will it be a sweep for Andy's team? Let's find out.
So settle in. This is a championship game.
All right, here we go. Game 4. Let's take a look at Ed's lineup. Looks like he's got Gary Maddox leading off, playing left. Kai Kyler batting second in center field. Scott Spezio batting third at first base. DHing will be Brad Fulmer batting fourth, batting cleanup. And then in right field, we have Dave Winfield batting fifth. Bob Boone catching and batting sixth. Mike Pagliarulo is at third base batting seventh. Larry Boa at short batting eighth. And at second base, Ted Sizemore batting ninth and playing second. And then he's got Todd Stottlemyre pitching. And then for me, I'll do my lineup when I'm up, but I have Charlie Root as my pitcher. He's a grade 11 righty with a Z. So here we go. Root and Gary Maddox leading off.
Root delivers, batted slowly toward first. Grimm fields it and feeds Root coming over for the putout. Now Root pitches. It's deep to center. Way back. Wilson is racing to the track against the wall. And he makes the catch. 2 gone.
Always concerned when Kai Kyler is up. I thought that might have been gone. But nice catch by Wilson at the wall. Spezio up.
The pitch hit in the air to center. Wilson takes 3 steps to his right, taps the glove. He has it. 3 down.
All right, so my lineup leading off is the very dangerous, and wait till we recap the stats at the end of this, but he's had one tremendous series. So Hack Wilson leading off, playing center field, batting second. I have Greg Luzinski. In left field, batting third, Tim McCarver is my DH. Batting fourth, Riggs Stevenson. And I have him in right field. Batting fifth, Ron Hassey, and he's my catcher. Batting sixth, Willie Randolph playing second. Batting seventh will be Charlie Grimm, and at first, batting eighth, Les Bell. Playing third. I decided to try Les Bell and give Andre Robertson a rest. And then batting ninth is my shortstop, Larry Brown. And of course, like I said, pitching is Charlie Root. So Ed has Todd Stottlemyre pitching. This is where it gets a little dicey for Ed's team because once you get past those top 3 pitchers that he threw out in the first 3 games, it gets a little weak with Stottlemyre and then Randy Lurch. Now for a World Series like this, probably wouldn't use Lurch. But Lurch and Stottlemyre are really comparable in terms of grades. They're both not tremendous pitchers. So this is where it'll be interesting to see how Stottlemyre can handle my offense. So Stottlemyre, like I said, is a grade 6, and he does not have a Z, which means that he's He's not wild. He doesn't have a W, but he's also not great at preventing walks. So let's see what happens. Hack Wilson leading off.
And the pitch, check swing. He held up and he walks.
All right, Luzinski up with a man on first.
And now the pitch, half swing. Oh, Greg went too far. Out on strikes. One away. The offering from Stottlemyre on the hands. Popped up. Paliarulo is waving off the others. He's under it. He puts it away. The pitch comes in, hit like a bullet. Right between Paliarulo and Boa. A clean single from Stevenson. Maddox is galloping for it. Wilson is around second.
All right, no need to make a third out at third base. Let's just hold Wilson at second. Oops.
But the coach is signaling to stop. He'll stop there.
There we go.
As the throw comes in, and Griggs has himself a single for Stevenson, his seventh hit of the series.
So Hassey's coming up, and Hassey does have a potent bat. He had almost 300 plate appearances and a 878 OPS. So definitely a very qualified hitter. So let's see if he can take advantage of a first and second with 2 outs.
The runners take their lead. Stottlemyre brings it. Ground ball to Sizemore. He's up with it. Flips to first for the out.
All right, Stottlemyre flirts with danger, but no harm done. 2 base runners left on base by my team. Top of the second, Brad Fulmer up.
Root over the offering. Fulmer bruises it. Heading for the gap in left center. But Luzinski flags it down on the first bounce. And Fulmer decides not to stretch it. He hugs first with a single. For Fulmer, his second hit of the series. Here's a pitch from Root. There's a little blooper down the right field line. It might drop in. Stevenson running. He gets there. 1 down. And Fulmer returns to first as the throw comes in.
All right, nice play from Stevenson, my grade 1 right fielder. And look at those scary arms, too. I have a 28 arm in right and a 25 in left. Not great. Just as a reminder, in APBA, the outfielders, really every player is rated for an arm rating, but it becomes more significant for the outfielders. So the best arm you could have is rated as a 39. So that gives you a little bit of a base for comparison of how weak my arms are in the outfield. Like I said, 28 in right and a 25 in left. So not great in terms of my throwing arms.
The pitch, grounded to second. Randolph has it over to Brown. For the out, back to Grimm. Bang, bang! Double play.
There we go. A pitcher's best friend, double play. All right, moving to the bottom of the second, no score.
He brings it in. Randolph lunges at it. And that's strike 3. Stottlemyre fooled him badly. 1 away. The pitch, slow bounder up the middle. Boa is over. Good bounce. The throw to first. Bounces in the dirt. Spezio scoops it. And they get him. 2 down. And the pitch comes in. Cut on. Routine fly to left field. Maddox drifts over. Plenty of room. And he covers it. 3 away.
All right, no score. Moving to the top of the third. And it looks like we have Mike Pagliarulo leading off for Ed's team.
Root brings it home. Swung on. A vicious liner toward the corner and left. Luzinski cuts the ball off quickly, and Paliarulo will have to settle for a single. For Paliarulo, his first hit of the series. Root brings it to the plate. Boa tops the ball. It bounces to the left side, past the lunging Bell. And by the outstretched glove of Brown, that ball had eyes. Paliarulo is rounding second. but the coach is signaling to stop. He'll stop there. As the throw comes in, the visitors put 2 singles back-to-back for Boa is the hit of the series.
All right, it looks like Ed's team has a bit of a rally going here. First and second, and nobody out.
The runners take their lead. The pitch is on the way. Well hit fly ball, left center. Nuzinski and Wilson converge. Nuzinski calls him off and makes the catch. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. The runners take their lead. Root turns and fakes a throw to second. Paliarulo hits the dirt. He'll have to brush off a bit. Now Root is set again. Root comes to the plate. Grounded hard at Bell. He scoops it up. Fires to second, and they get him. Over to first. Not in time. Safe at first. And Paliarulo moves to third.
Oh, I thought I might have had the second double play there, but no luck. All right, but we got one out. First and third now, but the dangerous Kyler coming up now.
The runners take their lead. The offering from Root. Kyler waves at one in the dirt. He's out of there. He went for a pitch way out of the strike zone, 3 away.
Huge strikeout for Charlie Root. All right, so two runners stranded for Ed's team, moving to the bottom of the third now. And we have Larry Brown leading off for my team.
The pitch wrapped back to the mound, and he spears it over to first. And Brown is retired. The delivery from Stottlemyre just off the corner. A base on balls.
All right, man on first. Wilson has walked twice. Can Luzinski capitalize on the base runner?
The pitch. Luzinski looks at strike 3. 2 gone.
So far, Todd Stottlemyre is not pitching like a 6. He's pitching more like a 16, like a grade 16 or more. 2 down now. McCarver's up.
First baseman Spezio is on the bag. Stottlemyre comes to him. Fly ball to straightaway left. Maddox is there. Waits. And makes the catch to retire the side.
All right, no score. Top of the fourth.
Root brings it. A ringing single to center. And Spezio is on at first. For Spezio is the hit of the series.
All right, that is the 4th hit already for Ed's team. And my bullpen is a little bit tired. I have Eichhorn and Reed are both tired. So the only reliable reliever I can bring in is Ben Weber. And I'm going to have to keep that in mind because I need to get some innings from Charlie Root here.
Root comes home, yanked towards second. Randolph takes it on 1 hop, flips to Brown. They get him. Over to first. Safe. Fulmer beats the ball to first, but they get the lead runner. 1 down.
All right, 1 down.
Root kicks and delivers, and it gets by Passy. He scrambles, but Fulmer moves into scoring position, and they score that a pass ball.
All right, runners in scoring position now. Let's see if Charlie Root can keep it together here.
The pitch, yanked toward short, and he has it in the air, and that's the second out.
All right, Charlie, 1 more.
The pitch, swung on, hit hard to Brown. He'll go to first. And the side is retired.
All right, nicely done, Charlie Root. Moving to the bottom of the 4th with no score. Leading off for Andy's team is Riggs Stevenson.
He cranks and fires. He goes the other way. Slashed into the hole. Base hit. And Stevenson pulls with a single. Riggs with his second hit in this game for Stevenson, his 8th hit of the series.
So Hack Wilson has been the star of the show for my team, but Riggs Stevenson has also been very hot. 8th hit in 4 games. All right, Ron Hassey now with a man on first.
Now Stottlemyre pitches. Hassey hangs out a frozen rope. Left field. Maddox charges in for it, but he'll have to short hop it. Stevenson is rounding second.
Stevenson, as you can see, is slow. He is a 5-speed, so he'll stop at second.
But the third base coach is on the job. They're holding Stevenson with second as the throw comes in. The locals put 2 singles back-to-back for Passy, his second hit of the series.
All right, we have a similar rally to the one Ed had in the top of the inning. Let's see if Andy's team can capitalize. Willie Randolph coming up with 2 runners on base.
The runners take their lead. Now the delivery. Swung on. Easy bounce at a Sizemore. Could be 2. He flips the ball at second. Over to first. Oh, double play. Stevenson moves to third.
Those double plays are killers. All right, Charlie Grimm with a runner on third.
Checks third. Stottlemyre brings it. Popped up left side. Paliarulo moves toward the line. He's under it. And he makes the catch. That's 3 away.
All right, no score. Moving to the top of the 5th. Pagliarulo leads off against Charlie Root.
Root brings it. Paliarulo looks at strike 3. 1 down. The pitch lofted high to right. Stevenson is there. He's got a beat on it. And Boa is gone. 2 down. The pitch, fastball. It's a number to the left of the mound. Brown charges. Picks up the ball barehanded. Then he gets him. Visitor's gone.
All right, remains scoreless. Moving now to the bottom of the 5th. And leading off for me is Les Bell.
Stottlemyre winds up. Long fly to center. Kyler. He's going. He reaches out. He makes a catch. 1 down.
Nice play by Kyler. So let's see. We have Brown. Do I want to hit and run now? Or rather, do I want to pinch hit or wait? I am going to wait. Eventually, I will pinch hit for Brown, but I'm going to wait. Let's let him hit.
Stottlemyre now. Swung on. Grounded to Paliarulo at third. Throws quickly. Out by a step. And that's out number 2.
All right, Hack Wilson up with nobody on.
He brings it in. Breaking ball. Ball 4. And Wilson trots down to first.
Third walk for Hack Wilson. It looks like Stottlemyre is pitching around him. The question is, can Greg Luzinski bring him in?
The pitch lifted to right field. Winfield doesn't have far to go. He's under it and puts it away, and the side is retired.
So we have wasted 3 walks from Hack Wilson. All right, moving to the top of the 6th, no score.
And the pitch, Maddox goes down swinging. 1 down. Here's the pitch, lofted to left. It's playable. Luzinski drifts over. He's under it. He stumbles, but he's got it. He made that look hard. 2 down. The pitch upstairs, and Spezio isn't tempted. Ball number 4. And he takes his base, and that's the first walk issued by Root. Root kicks and deals. Breaking ball. Cut on and missed. Fulmer goes down swinging. Side retired.
All right, another nice inning by Charlie Root. Bottom of the 6th, no score. Leading off is Tim McCarver.
Now Stottlemyre pitches. Squibber in front of the plate. Boone grabs it. Fires to first. And McCarver is retired. And there's 1 away. Stottlemyre winds up. It's a shot to left center. That's a base hit. Stevenson rounds first. Kyler takes it on the long bounce. The throw to second. And Stevenson pulls with a single. The go-ahead run has reached third. Safety for Stevenson. For Stevenson, his 9th hit of the series.
Stevenson with 3 hits in the game. All right, can Ron Hassey Moving along. Let's see what happens.
Quick move to the plate. Passy tops the ball. It bounces to the left side, past the lunging Calirulo. And by the outstretched glove of Boa, that ball had eyes. Stevenson is rounding second. But the coach flashes the stop sign. He'll hold it second as the throw comes in. Back-to-back single. And that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position. Second. Safety for Passy. For Passy is third. Head of the series.
Ernie, now letting me talk. So besides the weak defense my team has, it also has really bad speed on the bases. As you can see, Stevenson at 5, Passy at 2. But I also don't want to pinch run for these guys because they're very good hitters. And obviously there's no score, so I'm kind of stuck. I have to keep them where they are and hope Randolph can move them along.
The runners take their lead. The pitch. Grounded hard to short. Could be 2. Boa fields it. Flips the Sizemore at second. Over to first. Oh, double play. And they get out of the inning.
That was a killer. That is the second double play Randolph has grounded into. That is a crusher. All right. Moving along. Top of the 7th now. Winfield leading off.
Here's the delivery. Hit in the air to center. Wilson takes 3 steps to his right. Taps the glove. He has it. 1 away. Root winds and fires. Hit hard to Brown. He takes a high hop. Throws quickly to first. And he's out on a close play. 2 away. He wheels and deals. High fly ball to left. Nuzinski drifts over toward the line. He's under it. And makes the catch. That's 3 away.
All right, Stottlemyre, even though he is the weakest pitcher we've seen from Ed's team, he's actually pitched the best. And he has earned a grade promotion. So if you're a grade, if you're below, I believe, 8 or less in terms of your starting grade, if you pitch 6 consecutive scoreless innings, you get a bump of 5 on your grade. So as you can see, Stottlemyre has gone now from a grade 6 to a grade 11. He was already tough as his grade 6, so I'm going to guess he's going to be even tougher as a grade 11, but let's find out. Charlie Grimm leading off. Bottom of the 7th.
Stottlemyre into his motion, delivers. Grimm gets this one in the air, on the infield. The shortstop, Boa, drifts over behind second base to make the catch for the first out. He brings it home. Fastball. Bounced up the middle. Sizemore over. And it's through. Base hit for Bell. The go-ahead run has reached for Bell. His third hit of the series.
All right, we got a runner on. Let's take a look at the numbers for Bell. He is fast, which is good. A rare exception for my team. And now I think would be a good time to pinch hit for Mr. Brown. Let's see what we have as options. Let's go with Tommy Hutton, a lefty.
Local skipper walking down the bench. He's going to his bench, so Brown leaves. Who's he got? He sends the lefty Hutton to the plate. He wheels out with a wagon spoke. Heads to the box.
All right, let's see if we can get a clutch hit from Tommy Hutton. Bell at first with good speed. Here we go.
Bell bluffs going. Now he comes home with it. Hutton pounds it on the ground. Sizemore stops it on one hop. Shovels to Boa for the force. And he leaps over Bell. Then guns it to first. In time for the double dipper.
That is not a way to win a game. 3 double plays. That is not going to get it done. So I think if I end up losing this game, the reason will be clear. You just cannot ground into 3 double plays. All right. Charlie Root has also been promoted. So Charlie Root started out as a grade 11, but since he's pitched 7 scoreless innings, he's now a grade 16. So you got a bump of 5 points. So that definitely helps. Larry Ball leading off for Ed's team. No score. So I need to get a new shortstop in there. Let's get Terry Harmon in there.
Harmon is now playing short, but Locals takes Hutton out of the game.
All right, here we go. Top of the 8th. No score. The closest game of the series so far.
Now the delivery. This one is hit. It may carry, but doesn't. And Luzinski shags this one down. One down.
It's always fun to hear Ernie say it may carry, but it doesn't. All right, one down.
The pitch swung on. It's a fly ball to the gap in right. It's playable. Stevenson is there. He's got a beat on it. And he hauls it in. 2 away.
All right, Charlie, one more.
Now Root pitches. Base hit right field. Stevenson takes it on one bounce, and Maddox is on with a single. The go-ahead run has reached for Maddox, his second hit of the series.
All right, the dangerous Kyler up.
The pitch to Kyler. Swung on. Strike. And Maddox takes off. Here's Hassey with a throw. And it's a wild throw. Goes by Randolph. Maddox breaks for third, flying. They're waving him home. Wilson's throw. Here's a play at the plate. Safe ahead of the throw. And the visitors get a gift.
Oh, boy, that was horrible. A 2-base error on a wild throw. That was terrible. So Ron Hassey, grade 7 defense. That obviously didn't help the cause. So as I've mentioned more than once, if my team has a weak spot, it's going to be defense. And of course, the running speed as well on the bases. But more than anything, the defense is what could potentially blow up on my team. So there you go. 1 run, 2 outs. Let's see if Root can hold it right there.
The pitch down and in, and just out of the strike zone. Root thought it was in there, but Kyler draws a walk, and that's only the second walk issued by Root. Now the pitch swung on. Strike, and Kyler is stealing, and he caught Root napping. Hassey guns it down. The play at second. Out at second. And they just sold the insurance policy. And the aggressive base running does not pay off. 3 down.
All right, Hassey makes
Martin is bringing in Rigetti to face Wilson. He'll lose the platoon advantage. So Stottlemyre gets his innings. He pitched 7. The game for Stottlemyre, 6 hits. Walk 3. He fans 3. He'll win it if they hold the 1-run lead. For Rigetti, his second appearance of the series. The lefty Rigetti has worked 1 1/3. He has a lofty 13.5 ERA. His record, 1 loss. It's his game to save.
All right, Ed's team going to his deep bullpen, Dave Rigetti. Even though Stottlemyre was up to a grade 16, so Rigetti actually is 2 points less. And he loses the platoon advantage with Hack Wilson. But let's see what happens. So 1-0 lead, Ed's team, bottom of the 8th. Can Andy's team make another comeback? They've already made 2 comebacks in this series. Can they pull off a third late game comeback?
The pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 3. 1 down.
Hack Wilson goes down on strikes.
The pitch. The ball is chopped out over the mound. Moa gets to it in front of second. Rifles it to first. And just nips Luzinski for the second out. Here's the pitch. Didn't mean to swing. A slow roller to the left side. Moa will have to rush his throw. And he gets McCarver. Nice play. 3 down.
All right, we are moving to the top of the ninth. Ed's team with a 1-0 lead. Charlie Root, my guy, is now promoted to a grade 20.
And now the pitch. It's lifted high to shallow left. Nuzinski got a late start. Coming hard, coming hard. And he makes the catch. One down. Here's a pitch from Root. Oh, it nails him in the ribs. That's his first time clobbered in this series. The umpire's calling time. The trainer's out. Fulmer's in pain. It doesn't look good. But he'll stay in the game. He walks slowly down to first. First baseman Grimm is on the bag. He delivers. It's hit hard over third. Base hit. Nuzinski is racing to the line, still running. He picks it up. Fulmer rounds third. The throw comes into Harmon. They're holding Fulmer at third. And Winfield is in standing with a double. For Winfield is third. Double of the series. For Winfield is fifth hit of the series.
All right, second and third with one out. So let's go ahead and play the infield in because it's been tough enough to get one run. So I don't think my team is in the right frame of mind to get more than one run, if that. So let's try to stop it right here.
Infielders in. Popped high to the right side. Grimm moves under it. Randolph is over. And Grimm takes it in. And the runners hold.
All right, 2 down. Let's see if Root can hold it.
The runners take their lead. Now Root comes home with it. The swing. His bat snaps in two. The barrel is headed out towards short, and the ball pops over second into shallow right. It'll be a base hit. Fulmer scores. Winfield is well around third. They're waving Winfield in. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate, and he's safe ahead of the ball. And Paliarulo holds it first.
All right, 2 crucial runs by Ed's team might have put this game out of reach. So, clutch hit by Pagliarulo. Didn't hit the ball hard, but that's the thing about baseball. You don't really have to hit the ball hard. You just have to hit it in the right spot. All right, man on first, 2 runs are in, 2 outs. And we have Larry Boa coming up.
Here he comes. Boa jacks one to deep left. Nuzinski retreats. His back against the fence. And puts it away for the final out.
All right, last chance for Andy's team, now trailing 3-0. Bottom of the ninth, we have Riggs Stevenson up against Righetti.
Righetti comes to him. Swung on. Hot smash to Sizemore. Just out of reach. And Stevenson is aboard with a single. 4th hit for Stevenson in the game. For Stevenson, his 10th hit of the series.
Yeah, that brings up Hasse, who is platoon disadvantaged against Righetti, but Hasse is still a dangerous hitter even with that disadvantage, so we're going to leave him in there.
The pitch, he swings. But he held up. Nope, he went too far. Ron is down on strikes. 1 down.
All right, coming up next is Willie double play Randolph. Can Willie avoid a 3rd double play?
Righetti with the pitch, slapped towards second. Sizemore takes it on 1 hop, flips to Boa. They get him. Over to first. Double play.
And the answer is no. Willie Randolph cannot avoid a 3rd double play. So that takes care of that. Game 3 goes to Ed's, or rather game 4 goes to Ed's team. Ed avoids a sweep and shuts out Andy's team by a score of 3-0. So we will have a game 5. And let's switch over to take a look at our box score. All right, before we take a look at our box score, let me just log this game. So this one goes to Ed by a score of 3-0. Impressive shutout from Ed's pitching staff. So the series is now, Andy's team leads 3-1, and we will be playing game 5 shortly. And then in terms of the box score, let's take a look here. Obviously, the big thing is Ed's pitching. He got 6 scoreless innings from Stottlemyre, who started the game as a grade 6. So I thought that was going to be dangerous, and it turned out to be everything but that. And then, of course, Righetti comes in with 2 innings at the end to finish things off. Charlie Root pitched a decent game, but he did allow 11 base runners, so that's not great. 7 hits, 4 walks. So decent, but not great. And then in terms of hits, 7 hits for both teams. The big thing for my team was, of course, Hassey's error, which allowed 1 run to come in, but then Ed's team picked up 2 additional runs. And then really the absolute killer was the team grounded into 4 double plays, and 3 of those were by Willie Randolph. So I have to figure something out with Randolph. I might need to just hit and run with him whenever he comes up, because can't have a guy ground into 3 double plays. It's just not a recipe for winning. So let me stop sharing the screen here. All right, we got ourselves a series. 3-1 now. I will be playing game 5 soon and posting it so that you guys can take a look at it and see if we can continue to extend the series or whether it'll end in 5 games. So thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, game 5 will be posted soon. Bye-bye.